yeah, it's a good morning from me. It is July 18th. It is Monday, time for the National Wake Up Call. I'm Sandy Buadana, and hey, what a week! Oh my goodness. Wow, did we all need that or what? I think we were just all infused with huge energy, huge focus. I'm so happy to have seen so many of you at Coach Summit, and you listened last week. Some of you came up to me and said hello, took a picture. I don't know what I don't know if the super trainers feel like this, but it's the moment I put something in my mouth to eat lunch that someone says, "Can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?" And I'm like, of course. Let me look my absolute best for your Instagram. Anyway, it was not a dream. It really happened, and it was spectacular. I feel like Coach Summit was everything we needed. We wanted it to be. I will say that my biggest takeaway, and I went to every event, I went to every workshop, I went to every general session. My biggest takeaway came from a Brendan Burchard speech, and that was to live now. Stop worrying about the last 2 years. Stop talking about how it used to be. Focus on who needs help now. Turn the corner, everybody. We are so programmed now to say, well, 2 years ago, or in the last 2 years, or during the pandemic, that's it. We can't talk like that anymore. It's feel alive, be alive, live for now, have that aliveness. So I just want to say that because that was my biggest takeaway, although I had many more. I want to also give a big congratulations to the Beachbody Challenge Contest winners, Katrine Dow and Matthew Wyatt, for earning the $100,000. It's funny, in my notes I wrote $100 million. $100,000 each. I just want to say that I want to remind myself those Saturday nights, that celebration, I have to bring tissues, because that Beachbody Challenge Contest is the biggest reminder of what we do at Beachbody, the biggest reminder. And when they played all of the 8 finalists' stories, literally tears falling down my face. And I don't know how people vote. I really don't. There is no voting on this. Every single person who submitted to the Beachbody Challenge is a winner. And it's just my favorite part. So, other favorite part is seeing Darren Ashby dressed up in a tuxedo, reading off names with such elegance and class. Let me just say to you, in front of everybody, and an audience that, spans thousands, thank you for all you do, because you not only just read off names, okay? You are the Mr. Fantastic. You are the recognition guru that takes care of coaches at every event, every single event. We have NLC, Summit, Leadership. We have Superstar Weekend. We have others all throughout the year. You are incredible. You and Angie Dickerson, congratulations on just an incredible. You don't get enough credit from the chairs to just everything. You deserve all the gratitude. So that's it.
It takes a village, Sandy, and everybody needs an Angie Dickerson and an events team like we have at Beachbody, because holy cow, an event like this, yeah, behind the scenes, everyone.
And I saw coaches like either opening their packages or wearing their medals with pride, like they earned it. And it's like just the thought behind it. You are Mr. Fantastic, and Angie, as well as the entire events team. So with that, take us into recognition for the week.
Sounds good. It's pretty small this week because people were at Summit where they should have been. So pretty exciting. And I just, you can tell in my voice, it's not quite up to par today. It'll take a few days, but let's get into recognition with our newest Diamond coaches. Here they are. Congratulations to Adrian Jamel, Elizabeth Rideout, and Brandy Ertker. And our newest Star Diamond coach this week, congratulations to Ariel Green. And we have 2 new 2-star Diamond coaches. That would be Dana McGowan and Melody Albert Racine. Congratulations, you guys. That is it for recognition today. Short and sweet, but I'm sure next week we're going to be on fire again. So anyway, congratulations to everyone who we recognized this morning. Congratulations to all of you that walked the stage at Summit. It was epic, amazing. My favorite part was meeting you and being back together again. And thank you to all of those. Shout out to you guys that came up and introduced yourself. That's one of my favorite parts. So without further ado, let's get to another favorite part of Beachbody. That would be none other than Keyshawn Graves. Keyshawn,
what's up,
how are
Gary?
you?
I'm doing incredible. It was so good seeing you in St. Louis. And it was so good seeing all of you coaches. Oh my goodness. Could you feel that energy? Summit was unreal. We literally painted the town blue and we came together like, Sandy told us we got to stop talking about the past, but we came together like we needed it because the past few years have just been like, where are my people? Where are my people? So now the challenge is to take all of the energy, take all of the momentum coming out of Summit and use it to reach your next level, to help people reach their goals and achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. I can go on and on. I had so many favorite parts of Summit, but I think the reoccurring theme was probably my favorite part. And the reoccurring theme that I kept hearing is to lean in and to do this how you need to do this so that you can help your people reach their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. All right. Summit in St. Louis is a thing of the past. We are all eyes ahead and we are focusing on next year's Summit already. So if you haven't heard, we are going to be painting the town of San Antonio in Texas blue next year. And we actually have a Summit ticket special, $145. This is the lowest it's ever going to be. If you saw Kelly Gilbert, our leader of the events team, which our events team is incredible. You witnessed their work this week. She came on stage all decked out in her cowgirl hat, her cowgirl shoes, and she said, this is the lowest. When she says it's the lowest, I believe her. So if you know someone who needed to be there, if they had FOMO, if you are like, I'm in there, make sure you get your ticket, $145, and you can go to coachsummit.com. It's already up and running for next year. All right, I have just a few announcements for you all this week, and then we got to get to the show because we have a good one. The first announcement is all about the Help One More in July bonus. Did you know that we were giving an additional bonus? The FAQ is 7668. I know that you guys probably spent some money this past week at Coach Summit. And even if you didn't attend, who doesn't love an opportunity to earn a few extra dollars? You can unlock 25 bonus points, which translates into 25 US dollars by helping one more person than you did in the month of June. To qualify, here it is. You want to be a diamond or below as of June 29th. And that's it. Help one more person than you did. And then there's even more. When you help 3 of your PS coaches earn their bonus, then you unlock the potential to earn $100. So that means that this entire promotion, this Help One More in July, can potentially qualify you to earn $125 extra dollars. What does that mean for you? Because listen, $125 ain't no chump change. Okay, the second announcement that I have, launching tomorrow for people in the United States on teambeachbody.com. The FAQ is 3334. First thing and last thing. It's coming. You've heard people talking about it. We did an entire Champions page takeover a couple weeks ago about it. There is a product toolkit that lives in the back office where you can learn more about the ingredients and why these products are so incredibly special. It is launching tomorrow, July 19th, and you can get your hands on them. You can help other people get their hands on them if they live in the United States. Listen, they were for sale at Coach Summit. And I know that so many of you purchased it in the Hangout. Make sure you start taking it. Let us know. Start documenting. Start a journal of how you're feeling. And as you're taking it, how you're noticing some changes in your energy throughout the day and you're sleeping at night and your focus and all the things that first thing and last thing help you do. All right. It's launching tomorrow. I'm so excited. Make sure you help your people get started with that. Speaking of helping your people get started, who got to try Strawberry Lemonade Energize? Okay, I know I'm not going to get feedback, but let me know in the comments if you got to try Strawberry Lemonade Energize. The sticks are now available in Canada. I know that you guys have been waiting for the sticks. The FAQ for Strawberry Lemonade is FAQ 2836. I love sticks because they are a great way for you to give out samples. Give out samples to your challengers, especially if they are like the challenger of the week or the month, to give out samples to your neighbors, to give out samples to your people that are in your network so that they can power through their workout, one, but so they can feel. It's one of the few products that we have where people can kind of feel some of it immediately. So the sticks are now available in the US and Canada. And of course, the tubs have already been available when we launched it. The next announcement that I have is all about Team Cup. Our motto for Summit this year was Team Up, Dream Up. And we know the importance of coming together and just how impactful it can mean and be for you and where you're trying to go. Team Cup is really, it's not you doing anything different than you would do in any other month. You're still focusing on the same activities that you would do, but you are leaning into your team to make no excuses, to really do the things that you would do and not start cleaning your baseboards when it's time to do it. And to register for Team Cup, you're going to want to go to teambeachbodycup.com. Make sure that you have your team of 4 other people. So that's 5 total. The FAQ is 11051. And register. Team Up, Dream Up. Sandy said that one of her favorite parts of Summit came out of a Brandon Bouchard training. Brandon Bouchard was incredible, y'all. Well, the first tier prize is some more intimate time with him to learn more from him. Do you know that Forbes named him the #1 personal development coach? What would that mean for you in your life? Not even just in your business, because we already know it's going to impact you and how you approach your business, but what would that intimate time mean for you holistically? So register for Team Cup, put your name in the hat, in the place in order for you to begin to team up and dream up on a whole nother level. All right. The next announcement that I have for you, we have, if you've been into your Beachbody On Demand, if you've logged on to, if you've seen that there are some new programs that have been added, that's because Open Fit content is now available on Beachbody On Demand and on Body, Beachbody On Demand Interactive. The FAQ is 3319. So that just means that Beachbody On Demand is even more valuable now as you're sharing it with your people. But we know that that's cool, but we are focusing right now all of our energy and attention on my final announcement that I have for you, and that is LIIFT MORE. If you are ready for LIIFT MORE, drop MORE in the comment section. Y'all, Joel Freeman, the creator, he came back with a 1-2 punch, y'all. And he is here to help us get more results and to help more people start their lifting journey. It doesn't matter if you're brand new to lifting. It doesn't matter if you are a master lifter, y'all. It is almost time. It is launching tomorrow. That is July 19th. And listen, make sure that you have your bod group set up. Make sure that people know that this is happening. Make sure that you have tried the sample workout and that you are sharing the sample workout. Make sure you log into your back office. There is so much incredible resources in your back office for you to use as you are talking about and launching LIIFT MORE. And then join us starting today on the Champions page. We have an entire week planned. We're going to see lots of Joel, lots of success stories, and some really great training for you to use as you were talking about and launching this incredible program. It's happening on the Champions page starting today, the 18th through Friday, the 22nd. And I hope to see you there. And just so you know, from July 19th through the 27th, you can earn an invitation to Joel's exclusive bod group. I love when the trainers do this because this is a great way for you to get that intimate access with the trainer and to learn from them so that you can take it back to your people and you can help them get what? More results. Okay, the VIP early access for your customers starts on August 2nd, but we know for coaches and preferred customers, it's happening tomorrow. All right, I'm passing it back over to Sandy because I have a feeling that the creator of the program is here to talk more about LIIFT MORE. Sandy, take it away.
I don't want you to leave, Keyshawn, because I want to give a shout out to your amazing speech at Summit. And you guys, you all asked for replays of Summit, Coach Summit. General sessions, opening and closing sessions are still available on replay until tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 o'clock PST. Go to FAQ 4573, 4573, 4573. You do not miss this, okay? And Keyshawn, you did an incredible job. I loved what you said about trends. I loved everybody who spoke, the excitement, the speeches. You all asked for it, so we streamed it. Now go get it, okay? Not until after Joel Freeman. Thank you so much. Okay, it is time for the man of the hour. So I will get off as soon as I bring him on. Don't worry, this is not about me today. This is about Joel. He has such an impressive Beachbody resume right now with LIIFT 4 and LIIFT MORE and 10 rounds and quarter force and a few others before that. But I just want to say that he has been a key player for Beachbody. He now has, I think, the longest line for photo ops ever. Everybody wants a picture with Joel. He's super funny. He's super great. He's a super great trainer. And I'm just so excited to have him on the eve of the launch of LIIFT MORE. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Freeman.
Hi. I'm so excited. I was just thinking about the selfie lines. Again, just reminiscing. Pretty sure. I wish we had really counted that, because I think we could have set a record and we could have made the Guinness Book of World Records on so many selfies in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It is such a pleasure to have you. I hope that you're excited from this weekend. We are still way up on this high. Let's start with an interview about LIIFT MORE.
Sure.
I heard Carl on stage talking about this sequel to LIIFT 4, that it's been in the making for what, a year now or whatever. So where does it get to a point where you're making a sequel to a program rather than just a whole new program?
Sure. Yeah, we talked about that on stage, and it was in the making for over a year, and that's pretty standard when it comes to making any sort of program. It just depends on what we're doing. This one with LIIFT 4, we knew based on its success and its continued success that there needed to be more. There needed to be a follow-up, and the joke on that is, like, it made it really easy to figure out the name for this program, because we're like, let's do LIIFT 4, but like more. Ta-da, there you go. So why a sequel? LIIFT 4, first program to hit over 50 million views on Beachbody On Demand. It's been around for just over 4 years now and continues to be one of the top stream programs every single month. So we got it right. We got that formula correct. The 4 days, the way I put it together with the lift and the hit aspect of it. It's about a 50-50 split. And it just knocked down so many barriers that we deal with on a daily basis when it comes to people's consistency in trying to stick with the health and fitness plan. So we knew that it works, and it's proven that it works. And so why a sequel? It's like, well, if that works, then how do we level it up? How do we give people more? If someone's ready, if they've done LIIFT 4 already, then how do they get more out of their fitness? How do they get stronger? If they want to build more muscle, how do they do that? They can continue doing LIIFT 4, obviously, but we wanted to just take it up a level. And when I talked to Carl about that, I was like, look, man, if we're going to do this, let's really go after this and make a really solid and really consistent weightlifting program. And so that's how we came on this.
Well, it worked for Tom Cruise and Top Gun, so that's a billion dollar movie. So I wish
Not as cool, but still pretty cool.
I don't know. You still have the jets behind you there.
Yeah.
So weightlifting, it came up when you did LIIFT 4. It always comes up. New people, new ideas, new thoughts. People just have this programming about weightlifting. I'm going to bulk up. I don't want to bulk up. Like, if you could reprogram people's thoughts on weightlifting, how would you frame that?
we've been doing that, right? We've been working on reprogramming people's mindsets when it comes to what weightlifting does for the body. And there's more resources out there than ever before. And that's great. Sometimes it's a little confusing when there's so much out there. So for me, I like to really keep things simple and keep things effective. And LIIFT MORE did that when it came to weightlifting element of how do you build muscle and help burn more fat. And that's what we did with LIIFT MORE as well. Still stay in that same area. And it's really just a matter of getting people into it and helping them understand the benefits of weightlifting, not just what it does for you in terms of building muscle and burning fat, but what it does for your metabolism, what it does for you as you get older. We're all getting older, unfortunately. We all wake up with a little more, groans and creaks and everything every year, it seems like, myself included. And but it's muscle. Muscle is what helps get you through these things and allows you to live your life. And that's a huge thing for me. Of work out for what? Why do we lift? Why do we work out? So that we can enjoy our life and make ourselves stronger. So that reprogramming aspect of it is something that we know is going to continue. We're going to continue doing that. I think making programs like LIIFT MORE is just only going to help with that reprogramming.
Mindset. So there was conversation on stage about mindset and how this is changing people, not only physically, but also mentally. What is the mindset of the people that you see going into a program that they want so very bad to be transformational? And then the mindset that you see coming out?
There's an element of look, when it comes to working out, there's an element of why we start, right? We want to better ourselves in some degree, whether it be lose weight or whatever that is. And we have hundreds of programs and thousands of hours of programming that will do that. But when it comes to specific weightlifting, what we saw in the test group, we ran 4 rounds, of this 8 weeks. So 32 weeks total of LIIFT MORE on the testing element. And knowing full well we were going to see results, we were going to see weight loss, we were going to see muscle build, we were going to see fat burn, but the confidence and the mindset was really impressive to watch people. And you can just see it in their smiles, right? You can see it in their before and after pictures where they're kind of smiling in the before picture, but at the end, they're grinning from ear to ear. And then you get those messages of people saying like, now I can pick up my children without my back hurting. I can take all the groceries in on one trip. And I joke about it all the time, but that's a real big deal to not have to make 2 trips to take your groceries into the house. Like I don't want to make 2 trips either. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that, but I can do it because I lift. And it's a mindset. And knowing that you're physically able to do more than you've done in the past, it really does a number on your confidence level. And I think that's been the most fun to watch people, is their confidence wherever it started only increases and just continues to grow as they do this program.
I think the groceries that you buy are really heavy. That's why.
Well, but I eat a lot, so there's just a lot of them.
A lot of bags.
A lot of bags, a lot of protein.
No one wants 2 trips. Where do you get your inspiration for new moves? I mean, you've had a lot of programs now, and do you just like dream of them, or like when you're in the middle of one, do you just go, oh, that will be for my next program? Like you write it down. Like I used to be a songwriter, and I would just get thoughts in the shower and then have to write it down. And so how do you get that?
Yeah, I think it depends on the program. It depends on what we're trying to do. Obviously, like even for my body workouts, I am the same. Like sometimes I'll just be doing something, doing a move. I'm like, oh, that would be good. But when it comes to lifting, for me, and really just the way I do all my programs, 10 rounds included, from the boxing element, is I have a criteria that I set, and there's 4 things that I always write down at the top of every sheet when we're in development. And it's simple, effective, consistent, and fun, those 4 things. And that's the criteria I've used for years. And that first word, simple, is what I like to do. It's how I like to lift. It's how I like to train. So sometimes the moves themselves may not be glamorous, but that's not where the effort and the programming aspect of it is for me. It's the writing of the actual program, the formula, what makes this work and what makes it so effective. So sometimes some new moves come into it, and there's specific moves to like LIIFT MORE that everyone loves to hate so much, like triple bear, and that kind of came out of, I didn't invent the bear stance move, but added just a little bit of flair to it. And there's going to be a couple of those in LIIFT MORE as well. So we get a couple new things here and there, but other than that, I like to keep it simple and effective. That I think that also broadens the reach of the program, that we're going to get more people to do it.
I have my 2 college boys home from college, and they are going to do your program, and we don't have a bench. And I want to talk about the bench. Can I do this on a chair? Do I need a real bench? Can I get any bench? What
Yeah,
are your recommendations for healthiest bench to buy?
Healthiest bench to buy. That's a great way of saying it. So number one, they're gonna have to get a bench, right? An adjustable incline bench. And this is something that Carl and I talked about at the very beginning of development with the team as well, as saying, and we always do this in every program, saying, okay, what's the equipment we're going to use, and how are we going to use it? And a lot of times when we do equipment, we make it optional, right? Even in this program, we do use the Beachbody power loops, but we made that level of it optional. When it came to the bench, though, I was the one that said, no, it can't be optional, because if we're leveling up, then we have to level up, not just the programming itself, but in terms of lifting heavier, I wanted to make sure that we could do this safely and effectively, right? Simple, effective. So that's where the bench came in. It needs to be an adjustable incline bench. It needs to be sturdy enough for you to stand up on, because you are going to be doing that, doing bridges and some other movements on it. But it just also adds an element of variety as well. The 4 works very, very well. Again, it's more of a 50-50 split between weightlifting and HIIT. We did basic weightlifting exercises that you are lifting heavier, but not as heavy as you're going to be lifting in LIIFT MORE. So the bench is a 100% necessity. There's no option. We didn't provide any options for a stability ball or chair or anything like that, because that can create some unsafe options or unsafe circumstances in this program. I'm not talking about any other programs in the past, but this program, you have to have an adjustable incline bench.
Well, now that we're talking about dudes doing this, there was conversation on stage with a great men's panel led by David Atkins, along with Michael Ullman and Jamie Fitzpatrick, and you are heading up a bod group just for the guys. I mean, everybody can have a bod group, but there's a special one. Talk about how important this was for us to get the men more involved, and how this program really brings them in.
Sure. Yeah. Data and the boys, they're the ones that put that together. I am just jumping in and going to be, hopping in and saying hi, but those are the guys that are running that one and running a men's only group. And look, I think it's great, because this is a program that we know we're going to get more guys involved, because it's a lifting program. And let's just be honest, dudes want to lift and guys want to lift, and that's how I want to work out. So I think me creating a program, I feel like I'm pretty dude-like, that will bring more guys into it. And it's very basic weightlifting in terms of how you would lift if you went into the gym as well. So I think that's going to bring guys in. And yes, like you said, anybody can do a bod group, but we'd love to see more guys get involved. And I think this is a great way to do it. And this program is a perfect way to get more guys interested in it. And we heard that a lot through the test group. And now with the sample workout, even you're hearing the husbands and the boyfriends saying, okay, I think I'll try this one out. And we did that as well in LIIFT MORE. So we're just, we want everybody involved, but sometimes you got to go a little specific just to get some more guys in here.
It's not just a dude program, but I was trying very hard to name my own Sandy stack, but it sounds like you got the Joel stack. So talk about the Joel stack, and also the custom 1 week meal plan with Tubi and Portion Fix.
The Sandy stack. I'm sure we can come up with something from that standpoint. So the Joel stack from the Beachbody Performance line is energize, hydrate, recover, and protein recharge, those 4 items. And it became the stack, and we call it the Joel stack because it's the stack that I use. It's what I use on a daily basis in my workouts and my weightlifting regimen, which is pretty much this program. This is about as close as it mirrors to how I lift on a daily basis, and really love doing that. But it's called supplements for a reason. You got to give your body the fuel that it needs to give you the results that you want. And we did this in our test groups. Again, 4 rounds, 8 weeks, so 32 weeks. And for the first time, we put everybody on the performance line. Normally, we usually have an A and B group, and we'll take everybody no matter what they want to accomplish in terms of weight loss or whatever their goals are. We usually have half of them on it and half of them not. This one, we're like, we have to put these people on it because they're going to need it. They're going to need energize. They're going to need hydrate. They're going to need recover. And they're going to need their protein recharge at night. And it didn't matter if they had weight to lose or not. Everyone saw amazing results on using these products. So that's why we call it the Joel stack, because it's something of saying, people say, well, do you have to have it? No, but at the same time, if you want the best possible results, this is how we had our teams of people and testers achieve their best possible results. And this is how I get my best possible results as well.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going into the 1 week
and the obviously
custom meal plans.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay.
So, and then when it comes to the nutritional element, obviously, look, we know we have some tried and true methods of nutrition and programming on Beachbody On Demand between 2B Mindset, Ultimate Portion Fix, and now Gut Protocol. And we know that everyone has seen great results off of that. So we obviously wanted to keep that consistent and show that you can still get great results. We know nutrition is more than half the battle. A lot of times it's more important than even the workout. So we are putting 1 week meal plan together, 1 week meal plans together for each of those nutrition programs, and you'll see that. And the reason we want to do that is because with this level of intensity when it comes to lifting, again, it goes back to fueling your body. So you're going to be hungry, and you want to make sure that you're getting the right amount of fuel, the right, focusing on your protein, making sure you're getting your healthy carbs, and then making sure you get your fats. Like, we got to make sure you're getting everything in there. People say, well, how about low carb or something like that? Like, that sounds horrible, because you need to fuel your body for these workouts. So there's going to be sample meal plans, and then there's going to obviously be, I've already put videos together. We've already put videos together, and there's going to be some more that you'll be coming, popping into that LIIFT MORE on BOD tab over the next few weeks as well, like that I did with Ilana and I did with Autumn about how to make a healthy burger, because I'm a huge fan of burgers. So there's both Ilana and Autumn and I did burgers. I think there was like a theme.
Works for me. Okay. So what do you suggest people do before starting LIIFT MORE? Like, what program, and also what preparation in terms of nutrition and food? So kind of 2 questions. What do they do to get prepared to do this?
Yeah, a lot. I'm getting that question a lot in my social media DMs about asking, is LIIFT MORE a prerequisite? Do you have to do LIIFT MORE first before you do LIIFT MORE? And the answer is no, you don't have to. Wouldn't hurt if you're already doing LIIFT MORE. If you're already doing LIIFT MORE right now, great. But it's not a prerequisite if you're doing a new program that's out. We've got a lot of great programs that have been coming out. Fire and Flow is the newest one, and it's kicking butt. So if people are doing that right now, that's awesome. There's not, how do you prep for something like this? You don't, from that standpoint, because it's new and it's going to take you up a level of lifting. So, but any sort of weightlifting is always going to help and help you establish at least a basic foundation. If you aren't doing that, if you have someone that's brand new and a beginner and they want to jump into LIIFT MORE, they totally can. That's the great thing about weightlifting, is the fact that it's very individual. So they're not going to be starting with the same weights that I'm lifting. They're starting with what feels heavy to them. And it's a very personal thing. And that's why I love weightlifting so much, because everybody can do it. So there's that. And then, the biggest thing is to really think about, in terms of prep, getting your Joel stack, getting your supplements ready, getting your bench ready to go, and having that bench ordered. And whether you start tomorrow, you're starting next week, or we start on August 1st, whenever that happens, then, take the time, get your bench, get your weights, get your loops, get your supplementation, get it all ready, because you're going to want, well, you need the bench, but you're going to want that stack as well when you start lifting.
The Joel stack, that is, not the Sandy stack. Okay, 2 more questions, and then you are good to go and celebrate. What have you learned about yourself with this program? I mean, this is personal. You've done a lot of programs, but with each one, it's kind of like, a new chapter. What did you learn from this one?
Every program we all do as trainers are always our babies, right? And every program is very personal. And for me, with LIIFT MORE, LIIFT MORE was definitely a passion project in terms of really what I wanted to do, and taking down a lot of the barriers that we know that people have when it comes to terms of time and how many days they can work out and all these different things. And again, we've proven that program works. So with LIIFT MORE, it was a challenge for me, because I had come out of 10 rounds. We were coming out of the pandemic, obviously. So my body had changed. Even I kind of slimmed down in a way, got in a boxing shape, fighting shape, if you will, in that regard. And so I really wanted to challenge my own self to go back into the world of weightlifting. It's a world that I love so much. And so I really started pushing hard with the LIIFT MORE programming to see what I could do. And it changed my body consistently, working on it. I'm still working on that as well. So I'm bigger, I'm stronger, but I still have my speed and my conditioning, and I love that. So I'm excited for people to experience that as well, where they see a new, or I should say an upgraded version of themselves. It's like, it's you, but it's you 2.0. So I'm just chomping right now. This program just needs to get out because there's nothing left. We got all the promos are out, the shirts are out. We did the summit, we did the selfies. Now it's just time. It's time to lift, man.
There's a lot of questions coming up about vegan options in the nutrition. And I know that there will be a vegan 1 week plan in the 2B mindset and the portion fix that are coming. I want coaches to keep up with the FAQ for this program. As questions come up, as new questions come up, we'll be adding to that. So, because I know a lot of questions about whey with building muscle.
Right. So obviously, protein recharge is a casein protein, which is I think we call it cellular mylar. I don't know. Dr. Emily Fritz. That's why we have her, because she's way smarter than I am, and the team puts all that together. But it is a form of whey. So if you're vegan and you cannot do whey, then the protein recharge is not an option for you. But we do have vegan recover, and it's in chocolate right now, and I'm sure they're working on other flavors as well. But for right now, that's a great substitute. And if you're doing at least if you're at least doing your vegan recover and you've got your vegan Shakeology, then that's a pretty good, you're at least getting the protein that you need. So, but like Sandy, you said, there's a lot of FAQs and there's always vegan options out there. So, but the trick as a coach is to understand where those materials live. So then you can help your customers who need those options.
Yep. And I think we gave the FAQ for LIIFT MORE 3317, FAQ 3317. This is my last question, Joel, and then I want you to hang out after the call to just chat.
And then but report to fly back to LA.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're doing a LIIFT MORE live workout on body tomorrow. So I came home, I'm doing some laundry, and then going right back to the airport.
Okay, let's say people just woke up and they don't know you. What should they know about the way that you train? What can they tell their clients about Joel Freeman and the way that you develop programs and the way that you connect, through the screen? What can you say about it?
I mean, aside from a lot of bad dad jokes, which is ironic, I don't know. I love bad jokes and puns. So there are those. So hopefully people don't get too tired of those. But like I said earlier, with my programming, I go off of criteria, simple, effective, consistent, and fun. And that fourth one, fun, is huge for me, because I don't want to work out if it's not fun. I'm not saying that it's always going to be easy, but there has to be some sort of fun element level to it, whether it be a bad joke or something in it. So that's my style. I try to keep things fun and lighthearted. So even though I may be smashing a muscular body part on you, you're still going to be enjoying it. And I want people to look forward to it. And no matter how sore they are the next day, they look forward to pushing play the next day. And that's just my style. I just try to keep it lighthearted and fun, and because you're going to enjoy it, and you're still going to see results, obviously, with the programming. These programs, we know they work, we test them. So we wouldn't put anything out that isn't safe or effective. And then we go into it. And so I think a lot of my background has helped me in the world of connecting with people through the screen. And it comes from a lot of years of teaching group exercise and some great training from all over the planet. And just trying to have a good time and help as many people as I can. So with a couple new bad jokes along the way.
I'm so glad that you said that about the fun, because when I saw all those Beachbody Challenge contest finalists, how much energy they have to muster up to take that first step to do a workout program. And for you, kind of, you're still pushing people, but then you have some lighthearted dad jokes. It really helps in the process. So I want to thank you very, very much. And I want you to stay on because I want to bring Darren Ashby on. Coaches, I want to mention 3 awards that were given out at Coach Summit that were really, really important. And I want a big applause for these people. So Darren, can you share with us the 3 big awards that were given?
Yeah. So part of celebration, of course, the top is the Beachbody Challenge, but also we have, as Sandy said, the Team Beachbody Awards, which are always a fantastic thing. And we have the Inspiration Award, the Leadership Award, and the CEO Award. And this year's recipients truly deserving of these awards. It's always fun to watch the surprise and to see when they get it. But this year, our Inspiration Award went to Teresa Forehand. She was not able to attend because she's going to have a baby any day. She may have already had it. So she had videoed a response. But then we had the Leadership Award went to Deidre Frabel. And it was fun to hear her comments and her surprise and shock being awarded for her leadership. And then the final award was the CEO Award that was awarded by Carl. And that went to Julie Voris. And just want to congratulate those 3 on an incredible award that they received there. So super fun.
Thank you. And everybody can watch it again on the replays that we're keeping up. I said to go to FAQ 4573. You can also hear Joel on stage with Carl talking about LIIFT MORE. This was so needed. Congratulations to everybody who walked across the stage. I think, Darren, I was the only one that didn't get to walk across the stage.
there were a lot, but it was so needed and so deserved. So,
and you know what? The coaches wanted the 2020 and 2021 people to walk across the stage. So we did that. Like we just tried to do everything. And I just want to say thank you for pivoting. And we've got so much excitement. Oh my gosh, when they announced the next city for next year, did you hear the audience roar? I mean, that was fun. Joel, were you there for that announcement?
I was not there, but I think I was taking pictures. But I mean, I'm excited. Back, I'm living back in Texas, and so it feels good to know that they're coming back to my now home state, and y'all, San Antonio is a blast. So it's going to be. I don't even think. I love it when we go to a new city because these cities have no idea what's coming, and we show up. And you saw it in St. Louis, man. Like the locals and all the employees and stuff. They were like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
I know the events team warns them, but until they see it in life, and we saw like the security guards like doing the super workout because they're like, "I want in on this." Like so, the energy that Team Beachbody brings into a city is unbelievable. So. I can't think of a better state than Texas to handle that.
It will definitely be fun, and I think the audience was excited. I'm so glad that we announced a city that everybody was really happy about. It's like Bakersfield would not have gone as well. And for those coaches who live in
Bakersfield,
I love Bakersfield, but I don't know if people want to travel.
We're not family there, so we're not hating on it, y'all. But.
No, I have people there too, but I mean, I do love California. But when we put it in Texas, I think that people were happy with travel. So. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Darren. And thank you, everybody, for just the spirit, and the turning of the corner. We are now in a whole new place. After Summit, we've hugged, we've taken selfies, we've gotten trained. Now it's time to do the work and to enjoy it and to have fun, like Joel said. So really happy coming off of Summit. Thank you, Joel, for coming today and doing this. And congratulations on the eve of the launch. Stick around. I'll end the broadcast. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you here next week.